Welcome back to the Rosy Pear, and today we are continuing with some r/writing prompts. Don't forget, guys, you have to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of the video, or else I won't know you guys like what I'm doing. And if you do, then I might be able to do something special in the next video to show you guys how much I appreciate you watching. Vampires need only to feed once. After that, they're simply chasing the high. As a former addict turned vampire, you take it upon yourself to form a support group. Good evening, I announced to the room of zoned out, partially drunk members. I see some new faces in the room. To you, welcome, and thank you for taking the time and energy to be here. I also see some returning faces. As always, thank you for your continued dedication to this journey. Lastly, I see some faces I haven't seen in a long time. To you, my friends, no, this is not failure or weakness. Tonight is about recognizing your strength to walk this path. When I used to picture vampires in my head, I saw luxury and agelessness, maybe boredom. Most of all, I saw the fabled strength beyond measure, the ability and the will to dominate and break anything and anyone that had the misfortune of becoming a barrier. Greatness, immortality, a beast that no cage could hold. What I became, what we all became, was just a vessel of pain. Instead of filling our cups to the point of overflowing, vampirism just knocked out the bottom. We couldn't die, but we never started living. Blood was only a bandage to a burn mark that covered our bodies. One small drop of fresh water in an ocean of time. As most of you know, my name is Pete, I continued. The new turns chuckled with some of the older members. And as most of you have pointed out to me on a number of occasions, that's not a vampire name. That's fine. As always, there's a lot that I have rejected since turning. The room, which Northward College thankfully allows me to rent weekly without too many questions, smelt like bleach. It was my job to clean the building, and I cleaned it well. This room, every Thursday night, I cleaned it especially well. No need to tempt fate and all that. Small town, small college, small human population, and thankfully, most wouldn't be missed if something went wrong. Not to be offensive to any of them. It's just the mining town was in the middle of nowhere with very limited internet and has had no mine in 2 decades. Those who could leave have left, and those who have stayed were either one of us living on the outskirts of civilization or warm bodies that most of us wouldn't touch with a stick. For me, I'd still wear gloves if I touched one of them with a stick. I am not a vegan, I stated, nodding. I have no qualms about killing or murder or whatever ethics this world has thrown with us. No, I'm here, standing here to say that I'm an addict. Blood, that fresh, crimson, coppery tasting bliss, is my drug, and I haven't had it in 3,264 days. Why? Because it's not worth it. That high isn't worth weeks of withdrawal, years, if I remember one of your stories correctly, if you kill without mercy. You tell 'em, a voice cheered from the back. It was Macron, an ancient French aristocrat before he was found. He had wisdom beyond my comprehension, but always chose to support rather than speak. Frenchmen are weak, a bitter voice, one well known, scoffed back to Macron. The newcomers tensed for a moment. Someone, somewhere, wrote on the dangers of slighting a vampire after they'd been invited into your dwelling. Castles crumbled and buildings burned and all that. Northward College still stood, though. We all have sides, I said, trying to keep the peace. And we all have battles within us. In this room, we talk about them, and we acknowledge that the words of others may not be what we want to hear. To fight, though, means we've already lost. Right, Sydney? It's fine, Pete, Sydney muttered, sneering at me, but still giving a half nod in acknowledgement. And we try to keep our words as caring as we can, I continued. Yes, Pete, Sydney muttered without a prompt. We had done this what I would have considered a lifetime before. Okay, then, I announced with a smile as I looked down at my empty lap, expecting to see my cards, worn and bent through the years. I hesitated to try to re-find my place without them. Closing my eyes, I asked, where was I? You ain't a vegan? Daniel's sharp voice cut through the room, making most laugh. Right, no, I prefer a nice cut of venison, I explained with a laugh. Rosemary and garlic cooked to perfection. That's the trick of all this. Cooking and eating can still be enjoyable. Hunting can still be thrilling, and living, even after death, can be satisfying. There are many ways to achieve this. Some find religion and admit they are powerless. Some find the power within themselves, and some find it in the power of others. The newcomers looked at each other skeptically. Blood gave us the power to become living gods for as much as an hour. The first time is longer, but even after a decade away, it never comes back at full strength. We know what to expect. It makes it less. My name is Pete, and I am an addict, I stated to the group. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Came a few responses from the crowd. My goal is to live my life mindfully, I explained. The path in front of me, I offer to all of you. The path behind me is filled with reminders that there is no such thing as rock bottom. There is only death, which is no longer available to us, and the base on which we choose to build our foundation. No matter the darkness you have surrounded yourself with, know that you are among those who don't need light to flourish and grow. Really quick, guys, before I show you my annoying outro, I have created a subreddit called r/fictional Reddit, where you can put your stories down, where you can write your own story or expand on a writing prompt that you've read or heard. You can put any fictional thoughts, like ADHD thoughts or anything like that up. You can put down a scenario that you're stuck with in a story and people can help you expand on it. You can see if people can help you with editing in a story to make sure that a sentence makes sense, or if there's any spelling errors or continuity errors. You can write wholesome stories, scary stories, funny stories, any sort of story you want, and you can put those kind of flares on your post. And if you post onto r/fictional Reddit, I may send you a message asking if I can read it. But that's going to be it from me today, guys. If you absolutely love the video, don't forget to like down below. Don't forget to leave a comment telling me what I could do better, what your idea for the story is, or what you would want to do. And don't forget to subscribe and share the video around, because we're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We don't have that much time left. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!